into the final 2 minutes in St. Louis. We've seen time and time again the crowd come out and fully support their team in Major League Soccer, but this nasty night here with the rain falling, they're all ponchoed up and loving watching this US victory here.
Yeah, it's an incredible stadium too. And we saw Bruce Arena and Rick Berhalter and at the hotel, you know, Chris Henderson. I mean, just legends who have been a part of some of the biggest moments for soccer. But you know, back in our era, you were playing in Arrowhead or Giant Stadium and living in a world that wasn't built for soccer. It was built for another football. So it's got to be pretty remarkable for all of those champions and stewards of the sport to sit in a beautiful stadium built for this purpose and watch this incredible performance.
It's 3-0 at half-time. It's 4-2 heading towards the final minute and a 5-2 aggregate lead for the United States against Jamaica. Cal rolls it back here for Tim Ream. This is Busio. Kenzie across the back for Ream. See Chris Richards in this camp. He was called back to the squad after injury. Richards missing October. Hasn't played for Crystal Palace since September 21st against Manchester United. So it's been Mackenzie and Ream once again at the back. Zendejas cutting in along the edge of the box. Couldn't get past Williams as Tessman finds Busio. Scally. Heading to 3 minutes of time being added on at the end of this one as Mackenzie plays it across the back for Ream.
You know, for young players out there, we talked earlier about Tessman, who had a great match tonight, and his heroes. Get back to that in a second.
It is Aronson down the right. Couldn't squeeze that ball through for Vasquez. Now it's Scally. Too much on that one, and Greg Lee will be able to bring it away down the right. Vasquez tracking over to make the challenge, forces the turnover. Anthony Robinson picks it up. Tessman sliding in, just manages to keep possession. Busio back here for Mackenzie. Now it's played through, it's a chance for Vasquez, and he draws it wide.
Well, lovely entry pass, and this is a beautiful ball in, just leaning into an offside position. And once again, I mean, just absolutely fires one. And he's got to finish his chances. Yeah, that one offside. Have to test the goalkeeper from there. Takes it really early too.
A couple of chances that Vasquez has had since coming on. Can they get a fifth here in stoppage time? Played out to Aronson on the far side. Back for Cade Cowell on the edge of the box. Cowell from distance doesn't trouble Andre Blake.
I'll finish that thought I was talking about earlier. Tessman talked about Xavi and Iniesta. You'd mentioned it. For young players out there, one of the things with all those players he mentioned is how two-footed they are. Just each step is inefficiency. You know, moving to get it on your favorite foot, moving it to pass it with your favorite foot is inefficiencies you never see with Xavi, you never see with Iniesta, you never see with Pirlo. And Tessman has that same quality where he picks the right foot for the occasion.
Final seconds of this one here in St. Louis. It's certainly been a good camp for Tanner Tessman, that's for sure. As Damari Gray chases down the right side, he's on a hat-trick. Tim Ream marshals Gray out towards the far side. They've had battles before in the Premier League, of course. Played through from Robinson for Aronson. Vasquez just holding his run. Aronson tries to go himself here against Deshaun Bernard. Played out to the right for Zendejas. Zendeja slips it through for Scally. Scally pulls the ball back. It's behind for a corner. And this will be the last act of the tie. There won't even be time for the corner to be taken. The United States are moving on to the CONCACAF Nations League semi-finals, and they have qualified for the Gold Cup on a night when many of the stars shone. Christian Pulisic amongst the goals, Ricardo Pepi as well, and Tim Weah on his return got one. It finishes 4-2 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate.
We got a dominant performance. Dominant performance. Plenty of players chipping in. Tim Weah back in the side. Yeah, Tespin another game to get experience, even though they concede 2 goals. Matt Turner with a great performance. No injuries. And we talked about it earlier. There's a big gap before we see them again. But to send all the players back to their clubs with this boost, this force multiplier, this big moment in front of this great crowd tonight is big.
What do we learn about Mauricio Pochettino and the way that he wants this team to play from this game tonight?
I mean, the word I'll use is unconventional. You know, there's an expectation of how we're going to see this team, how will they set up, how will they play. And I think what Pochettino has shown across his career is he wasn't coming with a template. He wasn't going to succumb to the construct of how the U.S. plays and what we need from certain players, what we expect. He was going to sit with them. And that was the first few camps. You know, who are these guys? What do they need? How do we help? That's what he said with he and his coaching staff. It was about how can we get these players to another level? How can we show up to succeed? It's not about what we want and what we come to do. It's what do they need from us? And I think this is a good moment early on in his career for him to see he can trust these players. He can put them in positions where they figure it out on the field. And I would say Pulisic, this is one thing, and me, I was a 10. I loved having that sort of freedom, and it's something when you're a 10 and you get to wear that beautiful number for this incredible team. You want to entertain, you want to get on the ball, you want to be involved, and Pulisic, he must be enjoying the role that he gets to play on this side, to just go find the ball, find the moments, and change the game.
You mentioned the word entertain. There was certainly plenty of entertainment here tonight in St. Louis. The US getting the job done and moving on. US Soccer on TNT is presented by Volkswagen.